Well, howdy there, my name is Ed, and thanks so much for tuning in to this episode of Pickup Leftovers. Now in this video, I will announce the 1500 subscriber contest giveaway winners. I will also show you 2 holy grails I picked up this month. They're freaking amazing, and of course, I got some retro games, and I got some toy-related vintage stuff. So, check it out. Now before we head into the pickups, I just want to let you know I'm active on Instagram and on my Facebook, so if you haven't already liked the page or followed me on Instagram, please do. I upload pictures daily on there, some stories and some more content, you know, involving retro games and vintage toys, so definitely check it out to get some sneak peeks on these videos I'm making on this channel. In other news, it was kind of a rough month for me personally. I'm working on it. I'm trying to figure that stuff out so I can keep these videos going. But there was also another Nintendo Direct. This time it's the Pokemon Direct. They announced Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield, and I'm excited. I'm really looking forward to getting into this Generation 8, is that what they're at already? Pokemon game that's in the main series. This was what I was missing in the actual Nintendo Direct. Now, I don't know if you guys really like it. If I do Switch dedicated videos, leave it down in the comments below. It's just a system I have. I don't play PlayStation or Xbox or anything, so I'm excited about that stuff. Now, what I do want to know from you guys is if you're picking up this Pokemon game, which one is the starter Pokemon you're going to get? I'm gonna go for Scorn Bunny because, well, he looks cool. I'm usually into the water types, you know, like Squirtle and Totodile, stuff like that, but this time the fire Pokemon is really hitting the right buttons. And now let's get into some of the retro gaming pickups. Let's start off with one of the heavy hitters I got this month. I got Battletoads Double Dragon for the Game Boy, complete in box. Complete in box. Yeah, I needed this one. This was the last one I needed for the Battletoads Game Boy games to have all 3 complete in box. And yeah, I mean, I paid a fair amount for this. This game isn't cheap, but I'm glad. I can finally turn the last page on the Battletoads chapter for now. So yeah, Battletoads Double Dragon. It's a beat-em-up game. You play with Battletoads characters and with Double Dragon characters. On the Game Boy, it's the same as all the other ports for NES and SNES. A great game. So, awesome ad. My friend hooked me up with 2 games. One is another Game Boy game. This is called High Stakes Gambling. Now this is a casino game that takes place during the Great Depression of the 1930s. A secret agent is going undercover and you get to use cheating tools to cheat against all the other mobster bosses that are also playing these casino games. So yeah, a lot of backstory for just a casino game, really, and I didn't have it yet. It's one I needed, so it's going into the full Game Boy set collection that I'm heading for. My buddy also upgraded his Karnoff to a box copy, so he had a loose copy for me, and well, I picked it up. It's right here. A nice NTSC label. I think this is an NTSC exclusive game, actually. Now, Karnoff is a platforming arcade game, and it's known for being NES hard. What does that mean? Every couple screens you're met with like a new challenge and you need to know how to figure this out, so you progress through the levels foot by foot, really. NES hard. I didn't really get any toys. I mean, there's gonna be more toy videos uploaded, so they have dedicated videos, but I did pick up some toy-related stuff this time around. First off, I got these 3 VHS tapes for the original G.I. Joe cartoon series. I'm not really into collecting these, but I got them for a really cheap price from a friend of mine, so I couldn't really pass it up. Yeah, VHS. Another friend hooked me up with this glass of Masters of the Universe, which got Orko, Tila, and Beastman on it. It is a French glass, that's why it says Maître de l'Univers. Maître de l'Univers, or something like that. Mattel Corporation, 1985. Tiny glass thingy is gonna go on the shelf next to my He-Man toys. And lastly, I got something that I love. I love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You probably know that by now if you've been watching my videos. And a friend of mine hooked me up with a record. This is Spin That Wheel by High Tech featuring Jakid K. And on side A you got the pizza mix, and on side B the pizza dub mix. So yeah, this is one of the songs off of the official soundtrack for the first movie. Love that cover artwork on here. It's something I didn't have, and it's definitely a cool thing to have in your TMNT collection. So yeah, cool record, 7-inch. Let's see, it's probably gonna be just regular, yeah, just regular stuff. Nowadays they always have to put on colors and, you know, picture discs and stuff like that, but no, this is the real deal. Then I'm thinking, should I already announce the giveaway winners or show you one of the holy grails, at least they're holy grails to me, that I picked up this month? Let's check it out. Let's check it out. I'm thinking I'm gonna show you one of the holy grails first. First holy grail is a tiny one, but it's a good one. This is Spud's Adventure for the original Game Boy. Now, Spud's Adventure is an RPG kind of game, puzzling game from Atlas, made in 1991. You play as vegetables and you're out there as a potato with a cape trying to save Princess Tomato from, you know, some kind of evil other type of fruit or vegetable. This is the second game in the Puzzle Boy series. However, the Puzzle Boy series has like 5 games or something. There's more games out in Japan, but for the PAL and the NTSC series, we only got 3 games, which are Work, then they released Spud's Adventure, and then you got Amazing Tater as the 3rd game, or it's also known as Puzzle Boy 2 in Japan. Spud's Adventure is a very hard game to get, and that's why I really wanted to get it off the list. Now there's no games on there anymore that I need in those last 25 that literally exceed the $200 mark. And yeah, it's good to get this one checked off. So I don't have to be concerned with, what if the price goes up again on this one? Should I make a move now? I made a move now. It was a good deal. It was below market value, and I'm glad to add it. A really clean card, and it's a fun game, actually. Then we're moving on to the giveaway winners. Now, what could you win in my giveaway? You could win this blistering sweet copy of Turtles in Time with English text. You could also win Secret of Mana for the SNES, a great RPG, and this sealed box of Legend of Zelda trading cards. Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. That is some good stuff to win. This was provided to me by Retro Game Freak, the online store that, you know, shut its doors, but he wanted to give me some stuff so I could, you know, expand the channel, and that definitely helped out. We're almost at 1,700 subscribers right now, so, you know, if you're new to the channel, keep subscribing. There were so many good comments over here, I just had to have someone pick them randomly. So I asked my girlfriend, hey, give me some numbers, and it comes down to these 3 winners. Now, how is this going to go down? If you hear your name, try to be the fastest one to contact me on Instagram, Facebook, or send me an email. I have contact info down below. And let me know which one of the 3 items you want, because the first one to respond will actually get the first pick, and then so on, the second pick and the 3rd pick. So yeah, that's how that's going to go down. I will ship it to you hopefully within 1 month, but I'll also add some extra stuff that I still have lying around. So I'll make a cool package out of it. Anyways, how are we gonna do this? Maybe some drums? So anyways, the 3 winners are Philip Porters. You won. Awesome story over there. Awesome story, you know, setting your alarm clock to wake up and play SNES on Sundays. We also got Retro Mickey 82, who also won. And we have Morph X, who had a great story about the Spectrum. So yeah, guys, if you heard your name, please contact me on Instagram or email or Facebook, and let's get you hooked up with one of these items. It's gonna be so hard to say goodbye to these cool items. Luckily, I already have them in my collection. Talking about stuff I have in my collection right now, the last thing we're going to talk about is my last holy grail, and not something that's really desirable to any gamer, but for collectors, it's definitely a collector's piece. As you can see, I picked up a Virtual Boy in the box. Yeah, it's freaking nice. Now, the Virtual Boy only came out in North America in 1996, and it's basically a 32-bit tabletop gaming console with 2 screens, and that's why, you know, it's a 32-bit system, but it needs to divide all of that CPU or, you know, power you know, image power or whatever to 2 screens. That way it looks so weird, and they chose the color red for the display. That's also something kind of weird. And here we have it, the freaking Virtual Boy. It's in great condition. The only thing that has kind of a crack is, I don't remember where, over here on the Nintendo logo, it has kind of a little cracky thingy over here because it is, you know, a tabletop kind of thing. You can't really play it handheld because, well, you can't really hook that thing up to your face or anything like that. But this is in great condition. You have the focus knobs over here, and you can change the optical lens inside like this. The controller hooks up over here, and the controller is kind of weird. It has 2 D-pads. You turn it off and on, and in here is actually where you plug in the batteries. So that takes up 6 AA batteries, and it comes out of the controller into the system. That was kind of a weird thing, kind of like a red flag, kind of like most of these games. Now, the buyer I got this off of was a friend of mine. He was parting with everything that wasn't NES or SNES, I think, and I was like, oh dude, I need to get this. So he was able to put me on a payment plan and get this. Now, the thing we were talking about is, oh, did the tennis game come inside with it? And it was like, no, I don't think I've seen that. But then when I got home, I pulled out this thing over here, and I was like, what the hell is that? So yeah, the tennis game is inside there. So I did actually play that tennis game, and it's pretty darn cool. It looks great when you're playing it on the Virtual Boy, but then when you take your eyes off of the lens and your eyes start to you know, curve again, it freaking hurts, man. It freaking hurts. It's crazy. And it's not the red, it's how much your eyes have to adapt to actually allow the 3D effect to appear inside. But, you know, if you know somebody that has a Virtual Boy, definitely check it out and try to play it. This one is in working condition. It looks great. It works perfectly, so I'm very glad with my purchase. I got the tennis game in there, but back then I didn't know, is there a game there? And I definitely wanted to try this out. So I also got all of the other Virtual Boys. I also got all of the other Virtual Boy games that he still had left because he was selling them really cheap. I got Virtual Boy, Virtual League Baseball. So that's this game, and then this is basically the same game but in Japanese. I didn't know. I was just like, oh, this is another game, so I'll get it. But now I have the Japanese release and the USA release, so that's great. Haven't played this one yet, but I did play the tennis game. One that's on my want list, one that I really need to get, is the Wario Land game, because that's like the first direct sequel to Wario Land, I think. And, you know, I'm really into Wario, so need to get that game. I obviously couldn't be happier with getting the Virtual Boy with the box, because for a collector like me, this is definitely something I really wanted to get. And it is part of that history of retro gaming. Even Nintendo can have a flop, you know? The Wii U was called a flop, but it sold good. This one, maybe more of a commercial failure than the Wii U. It only sold 770,000 units, and that's in Japan and USA only, I guess. Loved all the pickups in this month. I will have lots of more videos coming out next month, so definitely subscribe if you haven't already. If you have a question for me, leave it down below, and leave a thumbs up if you can, guys. Have a great weekend or week, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.